Welcome back to the Small Business Network. Today we've got our guest, Willem. Willem is a small businessman who started a company, 5 Star Stoves, and he's about to tell us what 5 Star Stoves is. All I think is stoves in the kitchen, but he's have got a little twist to them. Welcome, Willem.
Thank you very much. It's definitely, we try and put a twist to it because we try to provide people with an alternative and clean way of cooking in the household. And firstly, to make sure that there's less airborne particulate matter to infect your lungs, and make sure that it is not harmful to cook and friendly on the environment. And then we build a business system around it, that it is a local business or franchise business within a local based setting. And then typically we focus on areas around our large cities where people live informally. So really the people living in shacks, either cooking on coal, paraffin or gas. And we're trying to provide something that is safer for them to cook on, but that is cost effective as well.
Now, when you say something that is cost effective, I see part of your business you use biomass to heat your stoves. Can you explain to us what is biomass?
Biomass is just a very generic word for including all plant material.
Okay.
So basically what we do is we take plant material, whether it be invasive plant species, waste from agricultural residue or forestry waste, like sawdust, and then what we do is we dry it. If it's in a larger form, we pulverize it and dry it, and then we press it into an energy-dense pellet. Now that pellet is then used as a fuel in our cooking stoves.
How did you get here? I mean, you know, biomass, you always hear people that starting, they want to put power back in the grid, and biomass is the way to go. And most people only focus on that leg. How did you visualize this? I mean, 2 years is to be in business with something that people find hard to even walk in that path. How did you visualize this? I want people sitting and watching this to understand this is the thought process that you had to go through.
Sure.
What is it they have to go through?
The journey actually started about 5 years ago, where we registered a carbon project and started delivering services for people on the development farming side. So everybody around the townships, there's land, and we try to help people to farm. But we soon realized that you can only grow so many millies, tomatoes, beans, and you're only going to make, there's a cap to your profit that you're going to make. So we looked at value chains where we can take biomass, cut grasses for fire breaks, tie up the municipal solid waste, beneficiate that and make more money for the farmer. Now the link back to that was there were poor guys in the township paying over the odds for paraffin. So we had the pellets on the one side, and we had people paying a lot for energy in the townships. So the process was actually bringing the two together. So we had the fuel, which we knew was going to be a pellet. We now needed to find a vessel in terms of the technology of the stove that we developed to be a usable item for somebody in the township, where they can cook on the stove, and it's going to be cost effective against paraffin, and it's not going to blow up the house, and it's going to be powerful enough that you can cook starch. You've got to not burn your pop, but you'll be able to cook pop, and you know, you can cook meat on the other side, and it's going to be powerful enough that you can brown your meat. And that's the process that we came through. So we never started off with stoves. We started off with farming, and then looked for an alternative revenue stream for the farmers.
So you saw there was a need. There was a need not only for the farmers, like you said, the guys that were there that needed the fuel, but were paying a lot for what they were using at that time.
That's correct, yeah.
How long has this business been going? Because I've never personally heard of 5 Star Stoves, but obviously I'm not the clientele that you're after. So how long have you been in operation?
It's true. We're in our early days. We've been operational for 2 years. And we've basically taken the business and developed the business and the technology over the last 2 years and tested the market to see and make sure that we've got a product going to market. It's a different business because obviously we're doing something for the first time with the business process we set behind it. So it takes a little while longer to go to market.